Hey, what's up, folks? This is Dave Wood. I wanted to reach out and say hello, wish you a Merry Christmas. My skin's a little shiny because I just put some oil in my skin, and wanted to just say hello. Hold on, let me sit up straight. The reason why I'm doing this video right now is I want to help you. I'm wearing a sweater because it's a little bit cold outside and stuff like that, and I've been going in and out of the house. Hey, what's up? Whoever just joined us, good to see you on here. Thank you for watching the video. Feel free to like it if you choose. Now, so why should you want to work with David Wood again? Let me just give you some quick answers. Before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself, how I got started on the internet, some of the results that I've gotten, and why you should listen and why you should pay attention carefully to every word that I say in this video. So I got started out in the internet in a working out of a green 1996 Dodge Caravan. I quickly graduated to moving into my parents' house in Alaska, and a few months later, I'm making $30,000 a month. So how did I do that? Well, I don't know if you know what it's like to buy something for the very first time. It's like when you're a kid and you're in the store with your parents and you're tugging at your mom because she's checking out, and you grab her credit card and she gives it to you and you put it in the little slot, and then she helps you enter the PIN code, and then you make your first purchase. And a few years later, you're buying your first car. And a few years after you're buying your first car, what you're doing is you're buying your first house. And then when you're buying your first house and you walk in and turn the key to your new home and step inside the promised land, what happens is that you go into a deep trance. So anyways, I'm living in this van. I was doing it on purpose. And what happened is one day I was standing on a stage alone in a room with my brother Will. So it wasn't alone. It was with my brother Will. And I think my friend Eric up in Phoenix, Arizona. And I was giving a speech. And in the speech that I was giving, I was giving a speech about, have you ever been in a place in your life where you were perhaps running around in a park with your kids and just kind of seeing how they're just so free and so trusting? And the kids are just running around in this little park. And what happens is that they trip over something, they fall over, and they stand up and say, "What's that?" And there's a light switch in the middle of the park. And they flip the light switch, and all the lights come on in the park. And then they get transported to another galaxy, a galaxy of prosperity and love and peace and blessing. So in any case, let me give you some ideas. And this is why you should want to work with David Wood again. You might even hear your unconscious mind saying, work with David Wood again. Let me give you some ideas. You guys got to read that last paradox I wrote on my blog, by the way. You're going to enjoy it. So why should you want to work with David Wood again? Well, because I know how to do things that nobody else really knows how to do. Number one, nobody. Know a lot of the things I know, not all of them. So a lot of them I've taught people and stuff like that. I know how to reconstruct and deconstruct your businesses. I know how to help you get loans. I know how to help you get government grants. I know how to help you to get more sales than you even know what to do with. That's why you should want to work with me again. So let me give you some free strategies. I'm going to give you 3 free strategies to promote your business. I'm going to talk about each one for maybe 5 minutes. I might write on the whiteboard. I might not. I probably would just talk, to be honest with you. Here, I'm gonna take this off, put on my suit coat. Right, I got some stains on my shirt there. Ignore those. I've been eating all day. A little sloppy still. It's clearing up though. So let me give you some free strategies. I'm putting on the suit coat so you'll pay attention to the strategies if we can figure it out. Here you go. Changing the environment, right? And then I'll probably go out there in my brother's guitar shop or whatever a little bit later on to change up the scenery for you, if that would make sense to you, to make sure that you buy now. By now you realize, watching this video, that you're probably very, very, very excited to even hear my voice and to hear how good my stories are getting again, and to hear all my skills coming back and whatnot. And I'm excited to hear you as well, so you can't even, here's the thing, you can't even unlike this video without liking it. So you should just like it, but the reality is you can't dislike me without liking me, and you can't hate me without loving me, because you're in a deep trance. And let your hatred and your anger just turn into love and peace and blessing and belief. And I just lost a couple of people there. They're like, I don't like hearing that. Whatever. You're such dorks. You know what I mean? You're such dorks. Oh, geez. So, in any case, let me share some strategies with you. So, I'm gonna drink some water. All right. First thing, blogging, right? A lot of people think blogging's dead. It's not. Blogging will never be dead. I promise you that. It's an eternal thing. And blogging is, I believe, the most important marketing strategy that anybody has. And the reason is because your intelligence grows through writing, which is why Empower Network are so big, because people started writing and it started growing their intelligence. So the writing and listening to audio will massively increase your intelligence over the next couple of years, I promise. It'll increase your attention. It'll increase everything. If you struggle with attention, all you got to do is set a timer for 1 hour per day, right? And if you set a timer for 1 hour per day, what's going to happen is you are going to be able to focus, because you've got a timer sitting there, and just listen to epic music while you're doing it and say, okay, when the hour's done, I'm done blogging, right? And do it 1 hour per day of writing. And then I would encourage you to do another hour of promotion. Now, what's more important? Is that the writing of the blog post more important, or is the promotion more important? The answer is really neither, because think about your blog like it's an island in the center of the ocean, okay? And that's kind of like where my blog is right now, because I didn't really do it right. I didn't really do a lot of promotion, because a lot of my skills had gotten, eaten away from what happened to me. And then they're all coming back. But what happened is that, I just wrote all these cool posts, and nobody can find these posts. Okay, so what are some ways of promoting the blog post? Well, podcasting, which would be another strategy, but it's not one of the three I'm sharing today. Podcasting will get you more traffic than anything to your blog. And all you got to do is really carefully write your posts, and then read your blog post in the podcast. And then occasionally, once a week, do a free flow, podcast or something like that, where you're just talking about, a plan or something like that, like write out the plan. And you always want to set an intention before you write a blog post. You always want to set an intention before you share the blog post. So another way of promotion would be SEO. Black Hat SEO has been dead for a long time. I was actually warning my friend about that, Jamie Hudson, for years and years and years and years, because it just doesn't work. It doesn't accomplish anything. The Google search algorithms are too intelligent. And so the crap SEO is gone. And so if you study good SEO, you know what I mean? Like there's SEO universities and stuff like that are out there. If you study good search engine optimization, all right, you can really make a lot of money from search engine optimization. That's one of the things, for example, that Rob Skinner does with Mojo Knows SEO or whatever he has, is he makes quite a lot of money. I mean, I believe that he's gotten clients that, do a lot of business with him every year. So he's building a company doing that. Now, what happens is that if you learn how to do high quality SEO in your business, then what's going to do is that's going to massively increase your organic search from people that want to. It's going to massively increase your organic search from people that want to work with you, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to give you two more, and there's going to be quite quick, and because I got to go and do something else. The second one is going to be Instagram prospecting. So if you just take, your phone, like I got a phone here, hold on. So what you do is you take your phone. This is actually, check this out. Oh, hold on. Yes, it's a shocker, right? And so, in any case, hey, what's up? Whoever just joined us for my shocker, in case you didn't see it, hold on a second. Let me do this for you again. Cool, huh? All right, so this is a pretend phone. So, anyways, you take your phone. I have another phone. You take your phone, and what do you do with your phone, right? Well, you go on Instagram, you make videos, and you say, "Hey, Frank, it's Dave Wood. I just want to say hello. Build value. Give them, maybe put a link or something like that in your profile that goes to your website, right? And then just tell them to check out the link in the profile and have a free report that they download. Because the reading, which is again an exercise of intelligence, you always want to work with readers. The reading will make people more intelligent, and they'll get their frontal lobes warmed up, and it'll get them liking you and trust you. And in the reading, you want to have links to videos and stuff like that, right? And maybe have an initial offer somewhere in that handout that you give them to work with you, or initial offer for just a free 15-minute consult, right? So what you do is you do that 50 people a day. It take you 1 hour, set a timer for 1 hour, and just 50 people a day, send one message a minute. And make them all unique, make them new people every day, and then it'll start building up because people will begin responding to you after a certain period of time. I learned this from Chris Jones. Thanks, Chris. Chris, we got to do that podcast here sometime soon. I just got to start my podcast first. So I'm going to start my podcast, and then we can do it. So, in any case, this is how you are going to really, 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 really make a lot of money online. You're going to make a lot of money online by deciding right now to pull out your credit card and make a decision to work with David Wood again. So the next strategy would be Facebook prospecting or Facebook follow-up, right? So you can do this in a lot of ways. Let's say you get a lead. What most people do is they just email the lead. What I used to do and what I do now is I get a lead and then I search for them on Facebook. And if I could find that person on Facebook, I add them as a friend. From every lead that I get, people that open emails and everything, right? Because then what happens is you send an email out to people, they open it, then the openers, they become your responders. And when they become your responders, what happens is you're going to go into a deep trance and decide to buy today. If you want to, right? So Facebook prospecting. And then you talk to somebody, let's say somebody responds to you on Instagram. You don't do this with everybody, but if they respond, immediately send them a friend request on Facebook. You're changing environments. Why do you want to do that? Because the more times you change your environment, the more times you change your environment, the deeper trance people go into, and the more they want to work with you, right? So they want to work with you more, right? They want to work with you more when you change the environment a lot. So an example of changing the environment would be if I walked out there to the guitar shop, which I've got all my equipment set up, so I'm not going to do that. And then we change it, or I just do another video, right? So a video is a new environment all the time. And then what happens is when you do a live video, send it to your contacts if they're responding. Say, hey, check this out. Tell me what you think. And then maybe they'll give you feedback and maybe they'll help your video get better. Or maybe they'll say, hey, I've decided to pull out my credit card and make a decision to buy it. Because let me tell you what's going to happen for the people that decide to work with me again, okay? I'm going to help you optimize your sales ability. I'm going to help you optimize your business. I'm going to help you optimize your time. I'm going to help you optimize your life. I'm going to help you optimize your body. Right? And you are going to be healthier and happier than you have ever been in your life. And those who work with me, they will make more money than they've ever made in their lives. And many people are already deciding to work with me again. Maybe even hearing a voice in the middle of the night saying, work with David Wood again now. And what happens is not that I'm suggesting that that will happen or anything at some point or not. And what I want you to understand is how important you are to humanity. How important are you? Very important, aren't you? Very important, aren't you? See, I believe in you. What will happen is the belief will turn into faith. And the faith will be like a river of water running from your heart into your audience as you're standing on a stage, as they are standing on stages with you across the world, saying, someday, somehow, some way, Bill Brett, I will be on the beaches of the world. I will be on the stage. So I'm standing there in this room after a Dave Severn meeting or something. And I give a speech to my brother Will, and Will gave a speech to me. Right? Then 10 years later, I'm standing on a stage, and there's 3,500 people in that room, or whatever it was. And I'm looking out at this audience of people in Guy Fawkes masks. So I'm in my car one night sleeping, and the cops come slapping the window like this. And I wake up and I see a light, and I think it's a UFO. And sometimes you got to reach down inside yourself, and you got to find something that you didn't know that you have inside. And what happened is, simply put, right, what happened is they all went into a deep trance and wrote me a ticket for my last $45 that I had in my bank account. Sometimes you got to reach down inside yourself, and you got to find something that you didn't know that you now have. Don't you? So what happened is that I moved to my parents' house, and then I started working, and for like my first couple of months, I made like no money. Then all of a sudden what happened is I remember doing my first board plan in Amway. And I'm sitting in a room, and I'm telling stories. And what happens is I'm sitting in the room, and I'm telling stories. People, they are going into a deep trance, and they shall be on the stages of the world, and they shall travel to all of the universe, and they shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, and whatsoever they doeth shall prosper, because they've decided to now work with David Wood again, just like before. Now, so in any case, what happens is, as you're paying attention, and as you're smiling, and as you're deciding to like this video if you want to, you're also pulling out your credit card and entering in the details on the page, hitting the submit button. You are purchasing your new opportunity, aren't you? Like little children tugging at your arm and saying, Mommy, Daddy, please pull out your credit card now. and make a decision to buy and work with David Wood again. I miss him. He was so funny. Oh, the kids. So, you know, what are some other strategies you can do? Well, you have paid strategies like PPC. Most people, when they do PPC, they target everyone, right? Like 18 and to 65. And what they do is they lose a lot of money because of that. So if you do PPC instead, like you're very, very specific about who you target. And then you try to find within the demographic that you want the cheaper buyers, right? So you spend less money to get the buyers until you have money. And then run one split test with every ad. Pick the winning split test, okay? And then split test that again and just keep doing that, okay? And then once you split test it, you know your metrics. Like, let's say you want to make $1,000 a month, right? Well, a lot of ways you could go about doing that. First of all, let's say you make $2,000 and it costs you $1,000, which is a better way. So what do you take the $1,000 of? You put it in advertising. Like half. What smart business people do, at least 30%. At least 30% of whatever you make needs to go back into marketing or you're an idiot. Promise. Now, I'm not calling you names. I am, but they're an idiot. I'll say that. Sorry. Okay? It's foolish. And I'm telling you, if you don't save 10% of whatever it is that you make, you're a fool. Do not repeat my mistakes. I spent all my money the first time I had money. It won't ever happen again. I'm the cheapest person ever now. That's one of the things that being homeless did for me for a while. Being homeless made me very aware of resources, right? And let me just address something real quick. What are the resistances people have? And first of all, they're complete and utter bullshit. They're like, well, look what happened the last time. Okay, what about the last time when I did $200 million in sales, idiots? Come on. Hey, you're not idiots, right? I'm talking to them. It's like, don't be ridiculous. Well, what about the time when I made $30,000 a month after living in a van? What about all the success stories and all the millionaires and all the people on stages and all the 6,000 person events? What about that? What about putting some fucking positive energy on me? How about that? You know what I mean? Makes sense? Love you. Now think about how angry you got with that. Now think about what you want and just collapse them together. Now it's just what you want. Now, what are some other strategies you can use? Prospecting. Just going around talking to people. It's the best, longest term strategy in network marketing because you're meeting people face to face. It'll massively increase your people skills if you prospect a minimum of 5 to 10 people per day. I'll tell you, for my Kung Fu company, Matt and I were walking around getting 50 prospects a day together because it's so interesting. Everyone was interested in it. Everyone. You ever talk to somebody that everybody's interested in? You guys are like, oh, I'm my internet marketer because, nobody cares about Kung Fu. Tell that to the UFC. It's way more popular in network marketing. Let's get real. Everybody loves the UFC. Not everybody loves network marketing. Right? Well, not everybody loves the UFC either. Well, I'll put that live sometime in the next couple weeks. I gotta put the Empower Network site back and stuff. Probably do it next week or whatever. Just do it myself. And when I have some money, I'll hire employees and whatever. But I'll have money soon. It's just a matter of time. I think everybody here agrees with that now because of how I've been acting the last little bit. So since I had a whole bunch of stuff healed from my brain or whatever, so what I want you to understand is that if you work with me, you're going to prosper. Your diseases will heal. Your brain will get smarter. Just being around me. You'll feel better about yourself. It'll be like a fire burning inside of you, saying, it's time for change. So you can go to IamTransformationInternational.com, opt in, and I'll give you a call. We got 5 people on here, so I got a deal for all 5. This is going to be a Christmas offer. I won't do this again. So the first 5 people that go to that site and order 1 hour of coaching, I'm going to give you a $100 rebate, probably maybe 2 weeks after the session. Okay? So that's it. Only 5 spots. And there's only 5 stops left. Or is there 4? Or is there 3? Are other people? Are they deciding to buy as the crowds are building and like it's urgent and there's people just giving testimonials everywhere of David Wood? Are you deciding to buy just like before? Many of you have already decided to buy. So what am I going to give you in that session? Well, that session is going to come. So the first month is going to be $500. There's going to be a recurring billing, but this is optional, of $197 a month. That's not on the form yet. Okay. And it's going to include, here, let me explain what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'm going to call you. I've got a manual that's like 80 pages that was written by my brother Will. It's like the best manual that exists in network marketing for getting people started, right? And period. So what I'm going to do, thank you whoever liked this video. There's 7. I got 1 like. Come on, guys. So in any case, what I'm going to do when you decide that you are going to buy now is I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to do a fast start in the manual, and then it'll be like a section of the manual that I'll do the coaching over. And so each hour you pay me for coaching, I'll go over a different section of the manual. And obviously, I encourage you to do that often, but you have your own budget. Once a month is fine. I don't need to talk to you every day. It's irrelevant. But it'll help you in your business if you can afford it every day, obviously. And I've only got so many spots, you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually not going to do coaching for any more than 2 or 3 hours a day because I got other things to do. So I'll get back to you like right away. I'll give you a call. We'll schedule the session. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through that manual. And then I'm going to do another thing, free bonus for the first 5, that I'll do another 2-hour session. And I'll orient you into my recruiting boot camp. Okay. And we'll get you making 50 phone calls a day. All right. 50 phone calls a day. Make sense? 50 phone calls a day. Calling buyers. All right. And you'll get so good at prospecting. It'll take you about 2 hours a day. You get so good at prospecting, and I'll show you how to do all the other follow-up and stuff like that. Okay. And all the Facebook follow-up and all the stuff as we're going through the manual. And what we're going to do is we're going to outline a game plan to help you get 2 to 4 sales a day in your business every single day within a year. I'm going to teach you the taprooting strategy that helped me take a group of 17 people and do like $350,000 in sales in like a month calling old crap data. Make sense? All right, guys. I'm going to go to I Am Transformation International right now as you're going into a deep trance and opt in.